This episode is sponsored by TX Citizen, local New Braunfels news that is exclusively online and completely free. Visit them at txcitizen.com. Also sponsored by New City Bakery in New Braunfels. Fresh baked goods made daily such as pan dulce, cookies, cakes, and even homemade tortillas. Visit them on facebook.com/New City Bakery. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Geekery. I'm Joe Solis, and this is Sarah.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm Sarah.
You're a lot younger than the last video we did.
I forgot about that. Hold on. Shazam!
Oh, that's better.
Have you always been able to do that?
Yeah, since like way before we got together. Years now.
Really? Well, I guess you think you know somebody, and then this.
Well, I don't have time to discuss this right now. I have crime to fight. But I did want to give you my rating for Shazam real quick before I go. I'm going to give it a solid B, 85%. Now, if you don't mind, I have some bad guys to fight.
Well, so my wife's a superhero, and we're just giving ratings at the beginning now. So, okay, I'll just give you mine. So I really loved this movie. And, sometimes they say, critics can suffer from, being too overly excited, especially the night that you see it. But the thing is, I like to rate movies based on how they made me feel when I walked out of the theater. And I mean, Shazam for me, it really made me feel like a 9 out of 10, which I know is really high. And I'm sure if I go back and watch it, I'm probably going to see more flaws in it. But, that's all movies, because, you can find all kinds of flaws in movies the more and more you see them. So, but I guess I'm on my own for this, the rest of this review. So anyway, we just want to do a quick review for this because we actually saw this 2 weeks ago at an early screening, but life and, things get in the way. And so now it's out. And so that's why we're just going to do a spoiler review, because we're hoping that everybody saw it. But if not, that's why I wanted to get this out this week, because, we still have 2 weeks till Avengers Endgame. So you still have 2 weeks to check out Shazam. And it was just such a fun DC movie, and I'm just so glad that DC finally, did just a fun movie. I mean, they've done good movies. Wonder Woman was really good. Aquaman was really good. But this one was the first one where I was literally smiling throughout the whole thing. Like, I just loved it so much. And I loved Zachary Levi's performance as Shazam. Him coupled with, the kid who played Billy Baston and all the kids from the foster home. They just all did a phenomenal job. And, there was not one of the kids that I thought was annoying or that, didn't do well in their acting or was too cheesy. They each had their parts to play in the grand scheme of things, and they each did such a great job with it. The other thing that I really liked was the villain. Mark Strong as Dr. Savannah was just great. They actually gave him a decent backstory, showed you why he was the way he was. And so, when he grows up and he's still trying to track down the wizard Shazam and trying to steal that power, I totally believed and understood why he would spend basically his entire life trying to gain this power for himself. And speaking of, him and the rest of the villains, the opposition to Shazam in the comics is the 7 deadly sins that were, imprisoned in the Rock of Eternity, which is where the wizard Shazam was housed at the beginning of the movie. And the 7 deadly sins in this are awesome. The designs for each of them is just so wicked. I loved how they did not shy away. I mean, they all looked like they were created by the same person who made the Devil Hounds in Ghostbusters. They just had that same look with the red eyes and the kind of almost reptilian-like design. And even though, they were CGI, I thought the CGI was actually really good. I think they did a good job too of kind of keeping them in the shadows a little bit to where they weren't always fully revealed. So that probably helped with the illusion as well. And they just have some pretty gruesome moments too that they, when they tear apart the boardroom of the Dr. Savannah's, father and brother. And I mean, there's no blood, so they do good keeping the rating down and keeping it, as family friendly as possible. But you see these guys die even through the silhouettes of the boardroom. So, but the movie, like I said, it's just so much fun. And as you saw in the title of the video, we are talking about spoilers. And I'm going through this kind of fast, but like I said, I just wanted to get this out so that way hopefully it can encourage y'all to go see it this weekend. But one of the biggest surprises at the end was the appearance of the Marvel family, which I don't know what else to call them because, the whole Captain Marvel Shazam thing. But I mean, you had Mary Marvel, you had, everybody got a chance to be, part of the family. You had Freddie, and I love how they each had one of the aspects of the of Shazam that we talked about earlier. The wisdom of Solomon, strength of Hercules, so on and so forth. And so the actors, the adult actors who got to play them, they didn't have very much screen time, but just in the same way, Zachary Levi, was able to match his child star counterpart. They did so as well, I thought, in the short amount of time that they had. So, and the end fight was just so much fun watching them each use their powers. And another thing that was present in the fight at the end, but even throughout the film, was just the kids in general. There were things that they would do that made me think, yeah, I would totally do that as a kid, who got these powers, whether it be the one kid who used his lightning like the Hadouken from Street Fighter, or the other girl that was running super fast and she could hardly control it. So it was just, like I said, overall it's just such a fun movie. It's good to see DC having some fun with their characters, and so far I know it's done pretty well, but just really want to help push it. Want to get people to go see it. I think it's already on track for a sequel, but hey, it doesn't hurt to pad the success. So if you haven't checked out Shazam, like I said, you've got 2 weeks till in game. So please go check out this movie this weekend. And let us know in the comments, what did you guys think? If you did get to see it already, what do you think about this new direction that DC is taking now that we've had, I would say, a couple good movies under their belt? And, if you've seen the trailer for Joker coming out later this year, it looks like another winner. So it seems like it's going to be a good year for DC. So anyway, guys, like I said, just wanted to throw this video out there so that way y'all can give Shazam a try. For those of you who have subscribed already, thank you so much. We appreciate all the support that you've given. If you haven't subscribed yet, please just hit the subscribe button. It does, of course, help the channel out. And we appreciate everybody who's following us on Facebook and Instagram. So just continue to follow us, guys, and we'll keep trying to give you some fun things. And I will check the skies and try to find my wife. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.